Hey guys, want to do a quick video on a little bit of a couple of tool purchases or shop related purchases I made recently. Up here in New England in Massachusetts there's something called the MIT Swap Fest, or the flea at MIT. So at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, the third Sunday of every month in the summer, April through October really, so early spring into the early fall through summer, they have a swap fest. A lot of it's really geared towards electronics, computers, computer hardware, those kind of things. It's at MIT, but you know, it's fun to go to. There's some interesting people to meet and talk to, and you know, it's fun on a Sunday morning. So this let's see, a week ago now was the last one of the year, so it was the October one, and my brother-in-law and I were actually here Saturday working on a project for him late into the night, like 2 o'clock in the morning, and then we said, you know what, let's go to the flea tomorrow, Sunday morning, and go check it out. So we went there. So it was good. We had a good time. We were a little tired, but we had a good time. I got a couple of things. It wasn't a great vendor turnout. Usually the last one of the year is pretty good because all the vendors show up with everything they want to get rid of. So the deals are usually the best deals of the year, and there's usually a lot of stuff. They're willing to negotiate really hard, get rid of stuff, whatever, because they just don't want to haul it around for the next couple of months or keep it in their house or wherever. But it wasn't a great turnout. It was cold. It was really raw, windy, cold day. So I'll show you my first purchase here, and then we'll zoom in. So you know, like I said, I was a little tired. You know, we kind of rushed to get up and get out there, and I didn't grab a hat. And as soon as we got there, I regretted it because it was just windy and cold and raw. You know, I was warm otherwise, but my head was cold. And so, you know, the first thing I did, I went on a mission to go find a hat at the Swap Fest, which is, if you've been there, you know that's kind of a humorous thing to say. It's not where you would normally find. And, you know, 5 minutes in, there was this woman who was selling some home goods. I think she was with her husband, who was selling some tools. So she had some sort of home goods on the side of her table, and then it went into tools, which is where I think he was starting. And she had this hat, and you know, it's not normally my style, but it was $5 and it was brand new, and it's alpacaable. So for $5, I said, yeah, I'll buy that. I'm freezing. So I bought that, and I was nice and toasty warm for the rest of the swap. So anyway, let me show you the rest. Alright, show you the rest of the stuff I got from the swap meet at MIT. I usually just take a backpack with me. So first thing I got from a guy, you know, a leather Klein electrical. Klein makes sort of electrical tools for electricians. Just a Klein pouch. You know, you hold your linesman's pliers in here or whatever. This is the R1 model, in case you know what that means. Anyway, it was a nice pouch. It's used, but it's in great shape. When I do stuff like that, I like to, you know, throw a pouch on. I'd normally throw my linesman's in here, but I have a pair of dikes handy. But you get the idea. So he had that. He also had some machine tools, but nothing, and you know, measuring instruments, but nothing really nice, or excuse me, nothing that I was interested in. But he did have this sort of scale rule here, and I thought it was interesting. It took me a few minutes to figure it out, but it's pretty long here. It's, you know, it's sizable. And it's got, you know, a real interesting pattern on it, or divisions on it. And up here it says, I don't know if you guys can read this, it says 6 and 12 foot inches. And I was like, I know that's not inches, it's not feet. And then I was looking at these numbers, 60 and 54 and 11 and stuff, and then I looked down closer and it says Time Savers for Printers, HB Rouse and Company, Chicago, USA. And I was like, oh, I know what this is. This is for laying out fonts. So it's sort of a font scale rule for printmaking. So I thought it was pretty cool. And it's got this guy's name on the back, Dick Blanchard, the gentleman who owned it. So, it's not useful for anything I have, but I thought it was cool. And I have a couple of old scales and rules of different things, and a couple old wood slide rules and stuff I keep in my office. Just, reminds me when we used to make cool stuff here. So I'm going to keep it. I'll throw it up in my office, near my desk, near my computer. So this was from the same guy, the pouch and the rule, and I think I gave him $5 for the two. So I was pretty happy with that, and this is brass. So, pretty cool. And then, the only other thing I bought that was pretty good, my brother-in-law bought a couple more things, but that was pretty good. Is a bunch of bags. I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's actually bags of hardware. So it was, the guy had a ton of stainless steel screws and hardware and stuff. And he was selling it by the pound. So, he had some different sizes, and 1032 and 1024 and quarter 20 and all kinds of stuff. Bunch of button heads in there, and 5/16. So we had a bunch of it that was loose, and some of it that was prepackaged, like this 5/16 stuff. He already had it in half-pound bags and stuff and marked. So I put a couple of bags together, and he's like, well, I sell it by the pound. So we had a little scale there. We threw it up there. I forget what it was. I think it was like 7 pounds or something, 5 pounds, 6 pounds, 7 pounds, whatever. And he wanted something like $30 or something, and that wasn't worth it to me. So I think I gave him 15 or 20 or something. I think we settled on 18, actually. Now I'm thinking about it again. It was about a week ago, so I don't quite remember. But, he was anxious to get rid of some. He had just, I don't know, maybe 100 pounds of hardware, all stainless. So, I'm pretty happy with this. I got to organize it a little bit, but it's great. It's fine quality. It's not really cheap crap stuff. Everything feels good. Some good stuff here. So I was happy to get a bunch of stainless hardware in some good sizes, just inventory. That's all I got from the swap meet. So short little video here on some swap meet stuff, but we'll have some more stuff later on. Talk to you.